Hello. So today I'll be showing you guys how to build your very own neural network in Minecraft Redstone. So first you need to understand, how does neural network even work? So first let's talk about front propagation. Front propagation is the act of basically doing the things it has learned. So most neural networks, most of all the neural networks that have been built in Minecraft only have front propagation, which means it cannot learn. It only knows what it has been given, basically. Okay, I said that wrongly, but yeah, it cannot learn. Learning is doing back propagation. So in front propagation, the equation is quite simple. It is connection 1 times the weight, each connection has its own weight, times connection 2, plus connection 2, times the weight it's given for that. Then each neuron has its own bias, so it adds up the bias to that. Then it performs an activation function. An activation function basically says if the neuron should give an output or not. There are multiple activation functions, sigmoid activation function for example, but I use the ReLU activation function. So how it works is that if the number is negative, there will be no output. If the number is positive, there will be an output. This is also the first neural network built that has a bias for some reason. I do not know why. It's really easy to add, and it makes everything much more precise and better. As you can see in these graphs, this is the responses a neural network can give, well, a neuron can give with no bias, and this is the output it can give with a bias. So as you can see, it's really useful, as it allows for us to get results on a graph that is not necessarily going through the point of origin. So that is literally front propagation. That is everything. Then we come into the slightly more tricky part, back propagation. So back propagation is the act of the neural network actually learning. So how this works is, first, for a neural network to learn, it has to update its weights and biases. That's all. But how do we update its weight and biases? Well, it's very simple. Each weight and bias will have to do this equation. Old weight, or old bias, equals to new weight slash new bias minus learning rate times loss times ReLU output. So yeah, that is how you do it. Now you may be wondering, wait a second, what is the loss, and what is the learning rate? Well, the learning rate is basically, well, it's a bit complicated, so I'll try to explain it as simply as possible. Learning rate says how fast it will learn. The faster it is, the less precise it will be. The smaller the number is for the learning rate, the slower it will take, but the more precise it can be. Here's a little animation that explains it a little bit. Now, how do you calculate the loss? The calculation for the loss is, where is it? It's this little thing. So how do you calculate the loss? Well, it's actually surprisingly pretty simple. you first need to do, well, 0.5, so 1/2 times uh, target output of the network, of the neural network, minus the actual output it gave, and that's squared. So that's the equation. And yeah, that is all the equations. And then all you gotta do is make those equations come to life in Minecraft. So really what a neural network is a lot of adders and multipliers. The hard thing is mostly research, because I couldn't find a really good explanation. So I hope this was a good explanation. If it's not, I'd be glad to clear up some things. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just build that, and you're good to go. Thanks for watching, and bye.